Hello, this is Vulturefire, and this is another run in progress. So, assuming that I upload things in the order that or release things in the order that I recorded them, the last video that I recorded was Area 3 of a Salon run. Or no, it was an Inna 5 idol run. And this is a Paladin 5 idol run that is, I would say, going pretty well right now. We have a decent amount of cleanse. I would really like to find another sanctuary. Reforge is incredibly powerful right now. We are definitely really abusing the current. So currently I'm on patch 6223. The idle rewards are slated to change in the next patch, and that's going to be relevant because I am getting a lot of value out of the current idle rewards. So for sequencing here, I think I'm going to go through this fight, probably this fight, and maybe pick up Dig Through Muck. And then we will go through and I think probably spend rerolls to try and get a Dead of Night here. Because I think we really would like to get a Dead of Night because we're going into Baelator. And Baelator, the last run I didn't record, was a Paladin run that was 5 idols. We got all the way here and then just got bodied by Baelator because there's just not enough shield in the world. Give me a second. All right. Let's see. So yeah, I'm going to start here. We'll see how it goes. I don't love White Flame being part of this set because that means I have a couple summons that means that my summons just get exploded a bunch. So I think we do want to just take you out ASAP. It is worth doing that. Unfortunately, you are just going to get murdered by that, but not a ton I can do. That's very rude. Possibly I just need to transform this. Just because, like, drawing cards is never going to be super free right now. Because of whatever. I'm not actually sure why that number ended up being... Oh, because I picked up Adept. If I realized that that was going to be a full freeze, I would have targeted it there. Oh, but you have Opportunist. That's actually very good for us. In that case... I think we do those two. Hey, for bonus value, we even get to do this, which will be unfortunate in terms of how much we take from White Flame detonations, but yeah, I really would like to have more whatevers. We have some things that are useful. We have this, but we don't have many sanctuaries. I think we start with this. Actually, no, we're going to start with that. We can hopefully avoid some of the pain. And then I guess we just point this at you because just getting a kill is going to make life easier on us. Just one less problem to deal with. Alright, we have Martial Garb, which provides 15% evade chance. Never getting through that evade. That Opportunist. Opportunist is forever. Okay. We could draw cards. I don't hate doing this. So we can go cleanse. Ooh, I actually really like that as my last card. So one note that has changed is that we do now get the 50% sturdy buff does apply to the shield we get from this. Oh, whoops. Possibly made some noise there because I nearly knocked my microphone over. And so that means that we get extra, so we get 9 shield from our turret, which is pretty nice. One thing that I've definitely tried to keep a better handle on this run than I have in some of my previous recent runs is that I'm actually playing, I'm actually trying to keep my deck size smaller because I found that that was kind of one of my issues. All right, we really would like to find a cleanse, especially this turn when we don't have whatever to deal with. And we do that. Sure, that works. It's not a cleanse, but we can do some pretty good work here because we can shock you. Maybe we should be focusing on the front one, but all right, there's the cleanse we need. And here are some of the stupid Sinister Runestones. That's why the Reforge is here. What's left in our deck? So we'll just draw exactly those. That's fine. Do we want to do this? I guess. We're going to start by getting Adept set up. You can also freeze you so you won't get to do things to us. And we can do that. The important note here is that we do have overfreeze, which is important because that's what we need in order to be able to have this be safe. And that's just going to apply quite a lot of detonations, which is actually going to get us this kill. Alright, so despite the really, really bad turn 1, it looks like we are going to be able to get through this fight without taking any recoverable health damage, which is nice. Although it doesn't matter a ton. Like, we can go into Bay later with full health, and it won't matter. We will still just get shellacked. But, you know, it's nice to have at least a little bit of hope, though. Sure, have some shield to see if I care. Womp. Rude. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Like, White Flame cleanses off all the crystallized that I'm trying to stack. But the nice thing is, I'm trying to think if any of these guys will give Opportunist. Any of the things we have up will give Opportunist. Because Hunt is the big one that gives out Opportunist during the fight. Guess we do that. Oh, whoops, I should have reforged that. All right, transform that. We can heal. Get a bunch of shield. Give me a second. All right, anyway. So, getting a lot of debuffs, drawing some cards. Get that freeze, which means that this will be 20 damage detonations. And there we go. All right. Do we want this Hunter's Focus? Is that better than our Cornered Focus? Maybe. Or we take White Flame Surge. I don't hate having a White Flame Surge. I think I'd rather just take and upgrade the Hunter's Focus. We don't have any spells. None of this does anything really. We may not need this anymore. But I like to have it as a safety net. I think we upgrade one of these. And then we cut the other one. Like, we're running pretty low on, pretty tight on mana on purpose. I'm also okay with just getting the 100 focus we just picked up. Like, I don't think that's the worst thing. Okay. So we're not going to go towards this fight because I think that fight's a pain in the butt and I don't think it's worth it. I think this fight's just way more valuable. That doesn't do anything. None of this does anything for us. Do I want to spin a reroll? Sure, we can spin one reroll here. That doesn't do anything for us. None of this does anything for us. Discard. So some of my earlier drafts of this list had whatever sub-themes, but I think we do this. Okay, yeah, that's going to give us 8 mana. Focus on killing you. Oh, this isn't an idle fight, so this will be really easy. Okay. This is an okay time to supercharge. Freeze you, which means that you will now not be able to get us for Opportunist. Although, that stops being true if I unfreeze it by using that. I think I am going to want to play that, so let's do this. Let's direct the rain. I would direct the rain at you, but this is going to be a pretty substantial amount of explosions, so I didn't want to waste it. And I would normally have played that, but we aren't in an idle fight, so I just kind of wanted to pick up kills. All right, we get extra damage from burn from Pyromancer's classes. I didn't think about it because, like, I don't even know how we apply. Oh, it's because we have Burning Blade. So I don't even know how we got burn out. This would be pretty nice. Donk and donk. Kills our sprites, but they're kind of there to be fragile. Like that, just for the extra bonus from our shield stuff. From our Paladin level 10. I think we'll wait a turn to go off with Paladin level 10. So we drop. Alright. This should do quite a lot. Alright, I don't know that we need any of this. I don't hate the Arcane Nova. I think just reroll and hope for Sanctuary. That is not Sanctuary. I kind of don't hate having a second Transform card right now. Alright, don't love getting into this fight. Like, mostly what I want is just, like, another Sanctuary. Fortunately, this is not an idle fight, so we take some damage here, but it's not too bad. A lot of shield. But yeah, the big thing with Calculated Deception is that unlike Reforge, it doesn't create something for you to transform. And it wasn't until I was like doing this run that I realized how good Reforge is relative to whatever, which is why my deck looks like it does. I like doing that. Let's just get more shield and more draw. We could freeze, but I'd rather just detonate. Yeah, we have a little bit of scaling going on, which is nice. Never as much scaling as you want, but it could be a lot worse. Because yeah, those crystallizes do add up. We are at 30% from crystallize right now. Oh, and I have strong T, which is why the exhaustions I'm fine keeping. I think I want to see what I draw out of this. It's a decent amount of white flame. That's a lot of frost. And then completely reasonable damage numbers. Honestly, I think I'm just going to transform that, because I don't think I needed this fight. And now that we have two of them, we get even more crystallized scaling. So we now go up by effectively a net of plus 25% every turn. That has retained, so we will have it next turn. Let's see the detonations. I kind of want to find a little more healing here if I can. That's perfect. This will get us not quite to the kill, but close enough. There we go. That'll do it. I could take Hungry Focus, but that has a nasty habit of breaking our bleed, or our bleed, our shock. I think I'm gonna reroll. Do I just want another deploy shield? I don't hate deploy shields as a Bailator answer, because we can abuse the taunt to force the Bailator into repeatedly attacking that. We have actually, because I've been aggressively cutting, we are actually low on things. You know, things. And also, potentially stuff. Hey. This is not an idle fight, which is fun. I'll just probably replace this because like all of my cards are upgraded anyway, and I never want to drop shields. Yeah, I probably need to just cut the calculated deception. I don't know, it's that thing where it's like I really want it for specific parts of a specific fight, but outside of that fight, I don't like it. Because it uses up my shock ranks. It doesn't just doesn't do that much for me. Yeah, this is the thing I was talking about where it's like I can sacrifice this silly little bat summon. And I am usually going to be completely fine to do that. Probably good to transform that. Let's draw 3. shock out on you. Get more sturdy. Get more tough. Not having to deal with opportunists in this fight is really nice because I want to be able to play out these treasures. Because you end up with a lot of them. What is in the deck? Okay, in that case, I do want to play this. And we even got all of them. We're so close to being done. See, this will freeze you, but not you. That will freeze you. And yeah, there's this thing where it's like, I want to point all the damage at this one, but I suppose the nice thing here is, aside from the fact that I just got like 100 damage, this will get me the charge that I need so that I can do this, which will kill that one. God, just all these treasures, they're just in my way. But I may as well get a bunch of shield. Get White Flame up. Sure. Some damage. I can actually play this and just do that. Oh, that's actually very good because that gives me things to spend on this. And that'll be lethal. Do we re-roll here for the other thing, or do we just take the Mind Shield? I think we save the re-roll for here. I don't hate having a Mind Shield. That's not as good as the chance of evading pay later hits. So the irony here is that there's actually some benefit to us in letting them get some shield, because it means that we can pop these, we can use Arcane to blow up these annoying whatchamacallit stacks without endangering our, without getting hit. All right. There goes the fortress stacks. And I think we just go for some detonations. Pretty good turn. Pass, and... Huh, this is a really tough choice. Which of these do we want? All of them? I think the plus shield is the one I want to keep the most. Do that so that now these attacks are going to come in at our turret, and our turret even survives. And eroded void stones are like the only ones we don't actually care about transforming because they're basically just last resorts. They're actually better than Last Resort because they are discard 2 and then draw 2, which means that we can play them when we want to. Do that first. Looking for mana. Thank you. Also looking for cleanse, but that may not be in the cards. We do still have taunt on this one. Alright, do this. Oh, just auto playing that. So this will kill our shield turret. We have 2 ways to summon shield turrets, which is nice. Alright. Do I bother playing these out is the question. I think we could playing one of them, like that. Works out pretty nicely. We are now doomed, but I think we should be able to manage. But I feel much stronger overall than I did the last time I did this fight. On the last Paladin run that I did. So I think I'm going to do this first. Should have just done this. But we still get 10 detonations. Like the 60% from overcharge to some extent is not even that big of a deal when we're already getting, you know, 100% from our base attack plus 40% from White Flame. All right. Oh, whoops! I was messed up with the Sinister Runestone card. Alright, so those are the things we really want to transform. Thank you. There's a 1 runestone gone. Alright, let's... I think we want to get a bunch of shield because that's worth just such a high percentage of value. And then we'll just misdirect the ring. Which doesn't quite get us the kill, but it gets us within 1 burn proc of the kill. And we are doomed, but we super do not care. Especially when we have so much fortress this turn. Alright. More fortress comes out. So we get out of that. See, I don't actually know if I care about keeping the eroded void, about transforming the eroded void stone. I do like the idea of doing this though, and just like going pop, pop, pop through some of that purity. get frozen. And then, sure. Rip. Pretty unlucky draws there because obviously those are things I wanted to play, but the important thing here is if we get hit by Doom here, we just do not have to care. Lamau, get wrecked, dummy. Yeah, this seems like a good time to do this. 335 status. Which is good for, 15 detonations, 16 detonations. 16 times 15, because we do have time to think here. Oh, it was that much damage. I hope you guys got your bets in time. I didn't. It's annoying that set up another. Well, I think we do that. We just attack for a bunch of damage. Really, technically, our best way to get shocked out is just to do whatever on our turn. Right, draw 4, we just got 3. I would like to keep, I think, the incandescent idea. There we go. And this should do a pretty substantial amount. Yeah. Is that lethal? I don't know. I'm too lazy to do the math. But we just have to wait and we'll find out. Looks like yes. Nice and clean. Looks like my belief that Baelator is the fight that we should be worried about was correct. Do we reroll here to take the other thing? I think so. Ooh. Ooh. These are both very good. I like Mystical Bloom as another... I mean, we don't necessarily need another huge heavy hitting arcane, though. So maybe that wasn't necessary. That's probably better than that. And yeah, the question is like, do we keep the Calculated Deception or not? I think we're actually fine dealing with a little bit more trash in our deck. Because like, the Calculated, the whatevers are just kind of a pain in the butt to play out most of the time. And I think we're going to pick up... I could see picking up a Clear Focus or whatever there. So let's see how this fight goes. Only one idol here. It is the Fortress idol, which is kind of annoying, but... Fortress, I believe, is changing again in the next patch, is the current plan. Because right now it is has an obnoxious tendency to just completely stall out fights, especially if you're already playing a defensive deck. Because like I could just not play cards here, but can I really not play cards here? I would say that the answer is no. I can't really just not play cards here and call it a day. And that's just generally going to be true on turn 1. You just kind of have to play some cards, and if that ends up generating a lot of shield, then you just have to deal with it. Why are you two doing different things? How did you get desynced? Because I don't think we triggered whatever this turn. Did we? Guess we did that. I could even trip this Opportunist. It wouldn't really be a big deal, but I don't have a reason to. Hey, pitch that. God, I want to keep, as usual, everything. I'm going to draw some cards. This is going to be nice because it's going to pop off the fortress on everyone. I'm actually going to play that this turn. No, we can, because it doesn't actually require you to discard to it. That's right. I just forgot. Let's just misdirect the ring for an absurd amount of status. And this one will not be as powerful, but it'll at least do something for us. We have to play this first before we shuffle. I think at that point we just call it. Rude. Okay. Oh, wow. I had read that card last time it came up. I'm going to give everyone Fortress 10 this turn. Absolutely give everyone Fortress 5 this turn. Or I misread it. One of the two. So let me check after this run. Everyone gets shield. Oh, right. The plated. I got Mighty out of that. Opportunity isn't up, so we can do that safely. Get some shield. Wait, okay, there we go. He's like, how did you still have Fortress? We want to do that before we Arcane Silence. I think we do want to freeze everyone. And then just do that. Alright. You're now taunted. Not that it matters this turn. Could matter next turn though. This is a lot of arcane. I kind of want to just get rid of that. And now we're going to supercharge. And try and get as close to this kill as we can. Yeah, we only have one shock on you. So we want to do that first. Fortunately, we now no longer can pull status from the other one, but that's still 118 arcane from converting 12 status or something like that, which is pretty good. Because 12 status converts to 24, or converts to 36 base, and then 36 base arcane when we have 133 shield is kind of ridiculous. Let's see if this draws us a Void Stone. It did not. Oh, we only have the pouring Void Stones anyway. We don't actually care that much. We can get to 0 mana this way, which will let us supercharge, which will let us get so much arcane. None of this is what I'm looking for. I think whatever I take here, I probably cut. Like, I don't hate Void Hardened Skin. I don't love it either. Although it is another tough source. We may keep it for that reason. And it's retained, which is kind of nice. I was trying to be pretty aggressive with cuts. Yeah, I think we cut it. Just because, like, we want to be able to get back around to our most important cards, especially if we cannot find more sanctuaries. Okay, so this will freeze everything except for that one, which I think will waste a plated, but or will waste purity, but I think that was worth it. And now we can actually do this safely because I'll just prep opportunist on you, which doesn't do anything. And we can sacrifice this for value. Oh wow, it didn't even die. There's all that heal. Let's start by getting some White Flame. And then, who do we prioritize? I think it's the big one. Oh, that's honestly arguable because Protector is not actually probably the biggest threat in the fight. Just kind of habit to focus on it. And there goes all of that. This should do 300 arcane. Okay. It's just not enough, but it gets us a lot of sturdy. Hey, don't love that though, because our our Reforge isn't over here yet, but we didn't draw it, so we are unfortunately probably getting frozen here. Okay, this actually works out nicely. Get rid of that, and we can cleanse off. We are getting a very frozen here. Oh, but once the burn falls off, then the Predator does less. Okay, so we're not going to get double frozen here, which was my concern. Especially because now we can play these charge ups to get out of frozen. Okay, we need to get rid of some of those. I guess we'll pop detonation there. I think we just get more mana. It's a pretty unfortunate turn in terms of just not being able to get rid of stuff, but it could have been a lot worse. You guys are all jerks. How do we get... Let's see. And that's part of it. Because now you're all attacking this. Or at least one of you is, and then this one will die, and that'll be that for that. But I think we want to spend at least one of it on this Mystical Bloom. So we can reduce the damage there. No, I think we just spend the other one on mana. And it may just be this plated. No, it's just got to be that shield. a second. Because I think that that is kind of a bug. All right. Let's see. That we don't need. That we might need. That we definitely want. I think this turn, this may not be what we want. Okay, so we need more shield. So this will freeze out everything. I'm actually pretty happy with doing this. Because that means that you are now, I think, frozen to this. Thank you. Pretty good freeze turn. All right. There's a flamestone in the deck. So I think we want to play this, which will draw the flamestone. And then we can reforge the flamestone. There's that. All right, we can now kill the boss, not the boss, the elite with this. I think we start by doing that. Cool. And at that point, I don't know that I even want to hit you, because I think I would rather hit one of these. Because I could potentially just, if not outright kill, then just really do a number. And by do a number, I mean 552. That's a number. Be glad this isn't a hunger fight where you would have to sit here and watch all of the other detonations keep going even after the enemy died. We can heal. And we get extra shield and taunt on our turret. Alright, we are going to explode. But it happened. Probably need to upgrade this just so we have more consistent tough. Yes, the reforge, but yeah, I guess we may as well do this. I don't hate just having that sitting around. Oops. Yeah, and then, sorry, wrong thing. Against White Flame, we are now over 100% damage from White Flame. So yeah, we are just stacking all the percentages. Finally get that out. I think that's an amount that I'm willing to waste on killing you. And then we'll just end turn. Rude. Okay. Really would like to cleanse. That'll do. Do we do this first? Sure. There's all of that gone. And detonations. Hopefully kill that one. And then we should get that. Rude, take me all of our crystallized. It's just 10 damage detonation, which is a little unfortunate. Should have done that first. Alright. Looks like it's just about time to misdirect the rain. Just want to make sure that we have some stuff to work with first. And then we can misdirect the rain. Yeah, I do like that as another weak source as well. I just like the purity from the other thing. These are all good choices. Can't get that turn 1, but this is also a good way to cut through the purity to get set up. This is a really tough choice. I think we're going to take that. We're absolutely going to take this over. Oh yeah, we can take that over that. We're going to upgrade the Dread Blast. Are we? No, that seems medium. I think we do that. And then I don't know if we may not need to cut anything. We'll be coming in with a pretty okay number of cards. All right, I'm gonna get Adept. Oh, I do want to get, no, I want to just hit 0 here, I think. Yeah, this is the part where I take some damage. Because I'm not tough enough. Alright. Fortunately, that was actually a pretty good thing to see. Should have been a little more careful, but I don't want to get I don't want to get hit by explosions. So which do we play, this or this? Should have sequenced this differently to better manage some stuff, but gives us a decent amount of growth. Just as we get done with the White Flame and the Fortress, it all comes back. Okay. We can freeze them all. Yeah, the access to freeze is just very valuable from the Frozen Rift. It will be less valuable against Baleator, just like we won't be able to do it as consistently, but I think that that might be a key turning point in the fight. Is like if we can get even like 2 freezes on Baleator, I think our life is going to be a lot easier. This has to get played. Yeah, we probably need a little more mana. Like, we've been able to manage so far, but I think like 1 more mana card would probably make a difference. So like the clear focus was probably the pickup from last fight instead of the dread whatever. But the dread whatever. Okay, so I think here we do want to do this. Do that. This thing self-damaging itself causes some of the white flame procs, if you were curious why that was coming out. Because that definitely messed with me several of the times that I had to deal with it. Oh, this is the turn where we all have... Okay, that's why you're not paying attention. Fortress and plated, but... I think we do want to do this first, so that we can get maximum value. All right, this seems like a good turn to do that. Blow up all the white flame. And all the powerful. And just generally get us a lot closer to ending the fight. And we'll save that for next time. Alright. So the reason they give us 8 fortress, that seems like an absurd number. It's because we're going to immediately lose half of it when our turn starts. Cards. Pretty bad. Reduce stats on everyone. Rude. And yeah, so the Fortress Impurity card is kind of the one that's one of the more annoying ones because it, oh, oops, I should have just played this. I wasn't thinking. I mean, at this point, I think we do play this. You just go and do that? Sure. We're gonna get to rest after this fight anyway. Let's just see if we can get this kill here. Hey, we got him. Okay. Unfortunately, Direct the Rain is left useless, but... back to full health. And I realized that I immediately pitched our way to cleanse ourselves after I said that, but we did get to draw one of those, and we had gotten cleansed by White Flame, so. Just get all that shield, then we can get even more boost towards this. Shot coming out. All right. Sure, you can get Red Blast. that has retain, we could have just waited. But rip the self damage. Aha, you're plated 10. Shall avail you not. Okay, the card definitely said Fortress 10 and only gives Fortress 5. Which I'm glad for, because if it was Fortress 10 it would be absurd, but bug reporting. Live. Go transform that. Did not have enough plated for that. Hey, there's another sanctuary. Love to see it. Can you upgrade our other mana card? And I kind of just want to cut the Mind Shield. See what we get. It is not CPU. Do we have enough disruption cards? Yes. I think we upgrade that. It's possible that upgrading the Sanctuary was correct, but yeah. This is obviously a lot better than that, considering our deck. And we just get to rest a bunch, and we will cut nothing, I think. I think we're happy with the deck. 26 cards is kind of high, but I think it's fine. And so many of them are upgraded. We only have like the 2 charred cards that we can't remove or upgrade, and then we have like 3 other non-upgraded cards. So that's 21 of our cards are upgraded out of the deck, which is pretty nice. I guess we don't have the condition for getting more max health, but it's unfortunate we can't even get like, because if we can get temporary tough, this fight becomes a lot less risky. This is probably very good. Yeah, that's definitely very good against Baelator, because that just saves us like 26 damage on turn 1. 20 damage on turn 1, whatever it ends up being. I think we do want to go ahead and do this, because if we can find any actual shield gen, that'd be great. Not really what I was hoping for, but it'll work, I guess. You're going to eat a lot of damage here. And yeah, the early turns should theoretically be kind of the most dangerous. We'll see if that ends up holding true. But one nice thing is the Baelator doesn't on its own threaten our whatchamacallit? This is actually going to be great because that'll detonate and then give out all the debuffs. Baelator does not on its own threaten our summons, which means that we can get taunt going. But yeah, it is all about getting through these first early turns where it's just, we just get bodied. There's just so much damage here, especially with the White Flame active. I think, I do like that we get to transfer one of these immediately. That helps. And you have all this purity that came up. What can we draw here? Regardless, just to get it out of the deck. I would like to have played that, but we kind of need to get cleanse off. Yeah, this is the other thing, is like, we get these turns where it's just like, surprise, have all of the shrivels in the world. Although this is a very good thing to get alongside that, because we can just pitch, pitch, pitch. We absolutely do need to find cleanse here. Thank you. I don't think it's worth hammering that, although it's very close. Yeah, last card in the deck is Direct the Rain, which doesn't do us a ton right now. Doesn't do a ton for us right now. This heals us for 9. I want to get off Arcane Detonations here. I just don't have a good way to do it. Because this is not going to be as much as I need. It'll do a detonation. Are we just dead? We may just be dead. Yeah, we are just dead. Quick, main menu. It's like it never happened. Let's see if we can find a way through that. That was brutal. And that's what I'm saying, like, Baylator is by far the hardest because, like, with rolling this purity so early, there's just nothing we can do about all of the detonations that come out. We can start with this. It's arguably incorrect. But now we do get... Oh, but the white flame's gonna potentially cause problems here. I don't know, because we didn't even get into the white flame. Alright, we do have that 5% evade chance that we just happened to roll here, which helped. But yeah, the fact that we just get this plus 50% damage just immediately, and then it was protected by purity, which is like, what are we supposed to do? Answer is die, which is not what I want to do. I don't know that that's what we want to do. I'm going to do this. That has to happen. We have to get Arcane out on this, I think. It's just a question like how we best do that. Oh, fuck. I forgot about Opportunist. And then, yeah, that's the other thing. Like, we have to do this while navigating that Opportunist. All right, let's try this again. If we can get a freeze off, we're good. I think I may have actually had a window there to get a freeze. So let's just do things mostly the same. And the nice thing here is this will clean off the other purity for us. But yeah, it doesn't help that, like, at least one of the times here, the Sinister Runestones went, like, right to the top of our deck. But they didn't this time, interestingly enough. Yeah, it looks like it shoveled differently this time. Damage. And yeah, there's the Fortress coming out again, where it's just like, why would you do this to mid-game? Yeah, the seed is obviously screwy, and then yeah, because we didn't get that in time this time. I think we do draw 3. Partially just so that I can reforge that. And then I think we may just have to detonate. Although I don't love that we don't have... Unfortunately, we wasted that first freeze. Yeah, this may just partially be a case where we just get really unlucky on those first couple draws, and then that's it. This helps a little bit. Not as much as I would like, but we have to play it. We kind of really want to get weak out. And we have to see what we get from this. That's not great. Because now we can't play both of these, which is a problem. I guess we can play that. I hope we get mana. We did. And now we can play both of these. So we can supercharge here, it just doesn't do that much for us. And then we just die? I think then we just die. Yeah, okay, I just give up. Yeah, I don't think... I think that if Baylator gets that 1-2 punch of the And this is where like I should have saved rerolls so that I could have reset or saved rest so that I could rest and then whatever. But yeah, like there was just no way. Windwalker code helped, and it wasn't enough. Those early idle turns were crucial, and White Flame is brutal because plus 50% damage on it completely negates weak and tough. And yeah, that's what happened there. Anyway, five idle fights are getting harder next patch, so that's fun. Something to look forward to. When you unlock this mode, it tells you it's going to be miserable, and it is. But I mean, I'm not going to stop. I'm not a coward. I am, however, always salty. Anyway, that's it for this time. I'll see you next time.